In today's automotive world dominated by SUVs and crossovers, sports coupes seem like a dying breed, but only in the eyes of those with a lack of individuality. For real car enthusiasts, a sports coupe is still the only rightful way to express your personality, and that's exactly what Mercedes-Benz designers had in mind during the development of the brand new CLE, a model that unifies different classes and therefore different types of buyers. The all-new Mercedes-Benz CLE has the potential to become an epitome of style and sophistication. So stay with us because we are about to give you a full insight into this amazing upcoming coupe. The German luxury car maker continues its tradition of sports cars that are elegant and super refined, but thrill to drive at the same time. The new CLE extends all that to the next level, and that's not only because of style or technological innovation. No, this coupe comes with a brand new nameplate that symbolizes the unification of two extremely important segments for this brand. So far, Mercedes has been offering a couple of sports coupes and convertibles, based on more common sedans. There were coupe versions of both C and E-Class sedans, and now it looks like the company has decided to simplify the offer and bring a car that takes the best of both worlds. On one side, there is the size of an E-Class. The new coupe is notably longer than the C-Class, but at the same time, it incorporates a lot of its aesthetical solutions, which make it look really compact. The front end looks similar to the compact sedan, but still utilizes a wider and more rounded grille design, which only accentuates the model's elegance even more. The best thing is that it doesn't feature that awkward black plastic grille surrounding from the E-Class, which is arguably one of the ugliest aesthetical solutions we've seen from this car maker in years. Thinner and sharper headlights, shiny wheels, and a super sleek side profile showcase the model's true GT nature, while we particularly like how Mercedes designers executed the rear end. Everything looks very simplistic and elegant, including the taillights, which aren't over-designed as in the case of new C and E classes. They perfectly match the vehicle's rounded body. Under the hood, the brand new CLE will come with a variety of options. Of course, the offer will start with a 2-liter Turbo 4 with the CLE 300 designation. That engine puts out quite a respectable 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet. And it also gets help from a 48-volt electric motor with 23 horsepower and 148 pound-feet of torque. All that will be enough to hit 60 in about 6 seconds. Which is okay, but not exactly what you would expect from such a gorgeous GT. That's why the CLE 450 will probably be the most desirable pick in the lineup, with a 3-liter inline-6 that puts out around 375 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. The officials claim that's enough power to hit 60 in about 4.4 seconds. The European market version will also come with a smaller gas engine, as well as a couple of diesel variants. The officials also promised a plug-in hybrid version, and we're guessing that this version is about to feature the same setup as the new E-Class. That system gets generous help from a 129 horsepower electric motor, while there is also a massive 25 kilowatt-hour battery pack, which should ensure around 60 miles of range in EV mode, which seems quite impressive for a plug-in hybrid. Will it arrive in North America? It's still unclear. As expected, all engines will come paired with a 9-speed automatic gearbox, which sends power to rear wheels in more basic variants, and to all wheels in models equipped with the company's well-known 4MATIC system. Although it will come as a replacement for both C and E-Class coupes, the CLE will be much closer to the smaller sedan in terms of mechanics. It will share most of the parts, but it will feature upgrades a sports coupe deserves, and that primarily refers to the suspension setup. This car is imagined as a sportier alternative to the aforementioned sedans, so one of the key upgrades will be lower ground clearance. Compared to the E-Class sedan, it will sit 0.6 inches closer to the ground. Moreover, adaptive dampers will be offered as an option, while higher trim levels will also be available with rear-wheel steering, which would make the car more agile. Rear-wheel steering also has a highly positive effect on maneuverability, which reflects in a 1.65-foot shorter turning radius compared to the standard C-Class. Of course, it would be a real shame not to see such a gorgeous sports coupe without a high-performance version with the AMG badge. From what we know so far, the German carmaker is already working on such a model. And one thing is for sure, it won't get a twin-turbo V8 from the old C-Class. Luckily, it won't get the new Turbo 4 hybrid system either. No, German engineers will offer something in between. They will offer a new hybrid system based on the latest version of the 3-liter turbo inline-4. The engine by itself is expected to feature a max output of around 500 horsepower, and it is expected to get significant help from a single electric motor with over 200 horsepower. As a result, the combined output will be even higher compared to the new AMG C63. It will go way over 700 horsepower, which promises nothing but exceptional acceleration and overall performance. This is the aspect of CLE where you can clearly see the C-Class DNA. The dashboard looks very similar to the compact 4-door sedan, with the same styling elements and a very similar selection of materials, interior ambient lighting, etc. The steering wheel is the same, just like those 3 round air vents, above also the same portrait-like infotainment screen. The same is with the digital instrument cluster, but that doesn't mean there will be no differences on the inside. The CLE will come with a different selection of seat materials and color schemes. Speaking of the seats, the AMG line models will get brand new seats with perforated foam leather. As for the infotainment screen, some sources suggest that the company will offer the optional Super Screen, which comes with a larger infotainment screen as well as an additional unit on the passenger side. The officials are still quiet. With the upgraded infotainment, or without, the new CLE will feature top-notch tech features. The base infotainment already offers an excellent user experience, and it is packed with voice recognition, fingerprint scanner, 5G connectivity, wireless smartphone integration, and a whole bunch of pre-installed apps, such as TikTok, Angry Birds, WebEx, Zoom, Apple Music, Spotify, and Tidal. As for the passenger space, that's actually where similarities with the E-Class start. The brand new CLE is actually 0.6 inches longer than the E-Class coupe, and that reflects in more legroom in the second row. Moreover, the officials also promised 2 more inches of shoulder room in the second row. The E-Class was already one of the roomiest coupes on the market, so it's easy to imagine how comfortable the new CLE is about to be. The cargo area will also be pretty generous with space. The officials claim 14.5 cubic feet, which is 2.1 cubes more cargo space compared to the C-Class coupe, and is pretty much on par with the E-Class coupe. Both C and E-Class were also available as convertibles, so it would be a bit of a disappointment not to see the CLE in an open-top version. Fortunately, Mercedes engineers are already working on the CLE convertible, and according to the latest reports, that version will arrive sometime in 2024. From what we know so far, the German luxury carmaker most likely won't go for a hardtop version. Instead, only a power-removable soft roof version will be available. It's easy to conclude that the roof mechanism will have to occupy a bit of space, but the officials still haven't revealed how much of the passenger and cargo space will be compromised. In any case, this version will be less practical than the coupe. Besides less cargo and passenger space, there's one more thing that goes with convertibles, and that's the added weight. So don't expect this version to be as quick as the standard coupe model. The brand new Mercedes-Benz CLE will debut as the 2024 model, and we already know that the Europeans will get the chance to buy it first. In Germany and the rest of the European Union, the new coupe will hit showrooms later this year, while the North American model won't arrive before the first quarter of 2024. UK drivers will also have to wait a little bit more than Europeans, probably until the end of the first quarter of the next year. As we already established, the all-new CLE will have pretty big shoes to fill, replacing coupe and convertible versions of both C and E-Class. The bad news is that it won't be halfway between these two when it comes to price. Most sources suggest around $60,000 for the base coupe version, which is pretty much on par with the E-Class sedan. As mentioned, the convertible will arrive a little bit later, probably in the second half of 2024. What do you think about the brand new Mercedes-Benz CLE? Does it have enough quality to beat the BMW 4 Series? Is it flexible enough to attract both C and E-Class coupe buyers? Does it seem overpriced to you? Let us know in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you soon.